Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. It's time for the YouTube Huddle Up, and today I have a special guest. You might know him. His name is Tom Buck.
It's
Yay!
me? Whoa. I'm not eating my lunch and watching. I'm here and
Uh,
being.
yes. Thank you for joining me today. I know, because usually you're out in the kitchen. What is this?
That's probably dog hair.
It's a
Or
little
chocolate.
It's chocolate.
It's probably chocolate.
All right, so today we've got our the YouTube Huddle Up scoreboard. If you don't know what the scoreboard is, here is what it looks like. And I'm a little bit behind with it. I tried to upload or update it with people who joined in last week, but I'm a little bit behind, so sorry about that. So we have people who joined from last week. We have Angela, Big Fish Gaming. For some reason you weren't on there. Chris, Rob, and Denise, and I think I said Angela already. So I still have to add you guys to the stickers, but don't worry. Josh and Anita are going to help me out, and if you're here, we'll screenshot your wins and goals underneath, and then I'll just make sure to add them. So yeah, if you don't know what the Sharespark Scoreboard is, basically what this is just an accountability board for you to have a place to check in with your wins and goals for all the things that you're doing when it comes to working on your YouTube channel. So it's free for
Sorry, I'm mesmerized by the big stream deck.
It's
cool.
free for anybody. You could just, all you have to do is let us know what the goal is for what you're going to be working on in the next week. Then check back in to the Huddle Up next week and then let us know that you hit that goal, and then you get a win and then you get a sticker. So that's all it is. It's just another accountability community place for you to have to check in. But today, I'm like feeling a little bit off. I kind of have a headache, which is why Tom is here to help me.
Your emotional support co-host.
Yeah. So today, what I thought we would do is really a Q&A. I think my plan for next week is to do a deep dive into everyone who's on the scoreboard. So here's your heads up, prepare for that. I'm going to go in to, if you're an active member, you have multiple stickers, or even if you're brand new, I'm planning to just click on your channel here. I'll use Anita as an example. So if you go to bit.ly/YouTube Huddle Up, here's the link. You can see this scoreboard and then click on everyone's YouTube channels and check them out. So that's what I'm going to do next week, to kind of just see what you guys have been working on. And, if you have anything to do, you kind of want to prepare. This is always a good time to kind of see what your progress is compared to the last time I did this. So yeah, but for today, I think we're just going to do a Q&A. And sorry, I messed this up when I was playing with a green screen, which is why it's all zoomed in.
Oh, there we go.
But Tom is here. If you don't know who Tom is, this is my business partner. This is my fellow YouTube creator, my fellow YouTube creator, a fellow YouTube creator, but then also my husband.
There it is. All right.
We met on YouTube. And but he has a much bigger channel. He's at 75,000 subscribers. He's been doing that. Actually, you introduce yourself. What am I talking about?
So my name is Tom. I'm Heather's husband. I have a YouTube channel. I mean, most of us know, but yeah, leveling up audio and video production
my
stuff.
Point
that's
is,
my goal.
if today's a Q&A, you've got both of us to cue your
both
A's.
of us to A your Q's.
Yeah. So, yes. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's check in with the comments. Just want to say it's always so good to see all of you. Let's see.
I saw Aubrey said she had to go, so bye, Aubrey.
Bye, Aubrey. Roxanne is here. Michael, Jaina, new. And every time I watch Friday, I get confused with what is a scoreboard? Yeah, so hopefully that explained it. And if you're working on your YouTube channel, this is a great system for you to keep accountable.
And there's no fee to entry on the scoreboard. It's just stating your goal.
Megan's here. Ben is here. Good to see you all. We've missed you as well. Dr. Sev is here checking in with her wins. And I know that your book is this close to coming out. Melanie is here. Awesome. Love seeing all of your wins and all of your goals. We should read these out. I think I'll read these out after I just check in with everybody. Rahul, what's up? Good to see you. Mr. Camera Junkie is in Pennsylvania, making your way
Wow.
downtown.
I like that.
Gov Kid, what's up, Derek? Good to see you.
I like the profile picture change.
Wait, who? Derek?
Yeah. I don't know if that's new, but I'm noticing it now. It looks good.
Oh. Aubrey, Tech Troublemaker. Jane, I finally got live. Sammy Superstar. Oh, how fun.
Oh, that's cool. Good for you.
And Josh is here. Okay, cool. So if you have a question, just type it in the comments. And it looks like we've got our first one from Roy. What do you think about the Elgato Wave 3 mic?
What do you think about the Elgato Wave 3 mic?
I don't know what the Elgato Should I know what this is?
No. The Elgato Wave 3 mic is Elgato's, like, it seems like it's their main USB microphone. Works very well with this low profile arm that's right here. I don't have one, but I know lots of people who do. And the bigger thing about the Wave 3 is that it's an Elgato mic. It's nice, but the capsule inside of the mic itself, I believe, unless I'm speaking incorrectly, is a Lewitt designed capsule. I do have a Lewitt condenser mic that's amazing, and I love it. And it was almost the one Heather chose when she was choosing her mics. And so the Elgato mic has like that same level of sound quality. And I think that's a super cool choice for USB mics. Raphael Ludwig, who's in here sometimes and around our universe sometimes, he's been using one a lot for his live streams, and it sounds really good.
Cool. Mr. Camera can make it back home alive. Are you ready on your way home? That I just started.
I'm glad you got to go, because that's last time I not saw you, but I saw you on Friday on your stream. I guess it's already a week ago, and you were like, "Yeah, I'd like to go, but I don't think I can go." And then there you were yesterday or whatever, like in the car streaming. So that's awesome.
Let's see. Jackie says, got 3 videos in the savings account. Goal is to go live in the next 2 weeks. Yay, that's awesome. Very, very exciting. Oh, how awesome. I love this. I love it when our people get to meet. I was telling Tom that I want to have a Just Create and Work event. That's my goal. I don't know when. I don't know how. I was going to say I don't know where, but it's going to be somewhere here because that's where we are.
In our house. No.
Let's see. And Josh ran an outdoor Ethernet cable to my garage. We need to get Ethernet, dude.
I think you even said you're like, I'll take charge of that. Because
I know I did.
I'll never do it. I'm telling you right now, I'll never do it. I'll never call the cable company. I'll never have it happen. I have no interest in having someone dig out the drywall and move my studio around and all that. I'll never do it. So
I guess it's up to me, guys. Up to you.
I'm on board with it.
So my goal is to call I need to call somebody.
Spectrum.
I need to call somebody to make this happen.
Yeah.
All right. Denise is here. Hello, Denise. So I just added you to the Sharespark Scoreboard. So feel free to check in with your goal. Jaina, I was told that I could do blogs to help collectors know me better. I'm a mixed media artist. Do you guys think that could help? I'm not sure what I could talk about. So when it comes to format, whether it's blogs, vlogs, podcasts, live streams, I feel like the best thing is to do the medium that you're most comfortable with. Of course, I definitely believe that you need to be creating content on some kind of searchable platform. So be that YouTube, be that blogs, and then pair that with a social media platform like an Instagram or a Twitter or something like that. So I think that you need to have one of both, a search engine type of content and then a social media type of content or platform. But when it comes to both, right? So would you have a YouTube channel and blogs? I think it could definitely help. There are a lot of people where, they've seen success because it helps with SEO, but I wouldn't say it's necessary. I definitely think you just need to have one type. Does that make sense? So what do you think? What are you looking?
Josh dropped a knowledge bomb on us, but I was actually confused. I was thinking blogs are good, and Megan, who's in the chat or was in the chat, actually recommended me a while ago to do blog posts on my website for videos, just because since I'm already captioning the videos, it's easy to take that text and turn it into a blog post.
Yeah.
But it also then helps with SEO and helps make you part of the community. But part of me was also wondering if that was an autocorrect and you meant vlogs because I know
No,
that
blogs.
you did. Okay, because I know on my phone and stuff, it autocorrects vlog to blog every time.
Jana was in our Leap into Live Talk.
Right. Okay. I was like, this sounds very familiar because I remember we talked to a mixed media artist.
Yeah, that's her.
But I was like, maybe there's a lot of them.
So it's I would say that video is definitely the more advantageous of the two because it's just, I don't know, more engaging. So, and it's just more impressive, but blogging for a lot of people is easier. Now, if you can very easily create blog posts out of your video content, then, you know, if you can work it into your workflow, I definitely think it's worth it. But I tried to do that, but
it is hard. I've totally fallen behind.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's good though. And if you can do it and it's not going to kill your workflow, it's probably worth it.
Cool. If I just want to get a few GoPro heroes to add as alternative angles for my unboxing videos, do I need anything more than the Hero 7?
I'm going to specifically say no, because if you saw my video from yesterday on my channel, I don't know about the 8, 9, and all those. The 7 I use it as a webcam. It's awesome, and it has separate HDMI, separate power. So just plug it into USB power, run an HDMI cable. Are you okay?
Our corgi is coughing down there.
And then it can stay on indefinitely. I've actually left it on for like a week before, so it'll just keep going. And yeah, the Hero 7's amazing.
All right, Dr. Sev is just reminding us that our goal should be SMART. This is true. It's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So you can't say something like, oh, I want to get 100 subscribers by next week. But you could say something like, I want to make 2 videos instead of 1, or I want to set up my blog, or I want to change my thumbnail template, or something like that. So thank you, Dr. Sev. Teacher Sev, I love that. Get a power line adapter.
That's what I was looking up. I had not.
What is that?
Well, I was basically, as this thing I've known about for 6 minutes, so I might be giving you a wrong explanation.
I know, we have the Google PhD happening.
It sounds like if you don't want to run wired Ethernet around, they're little like power adapters that go into your wall, and so like on one end by your router, you would plug one in and plug your Ethernet, and then somewhere else you plug the other one in and just run a cable to your computer. So your power system in your house or whatever becomes your Ethernet system.
What? I only heard the conclusion of that, and then I'm like, wait, what?
So instead of having to call them to run cables and stuff, you just use the little plug things and then run an Ethernet cable.
Oh yeah, why don't we do that?
I didn't know it existed until 6 minutes ago when Josh said. From the quick Googling I did, it sounded like they're decent options. It said a lot of the reliability can depend on the quality of, your building's wiring, but our house is pretty new, so it should be like fine.
Okay, so a couple things. Anita says, it really helps us if you put your goal and win in separately. This is very true. So if you're a regular of the YouTube Huddle Up, we would so appreciate that you put your wins in one comment and then your goal in another comment, because the way that our scoreboard works, which I really wish that I can make the 2.0 version of this, but it's hard because then see here, Roxanne, this is just a really long goal, but some of you guys have a longer comment and it gets smaller and smaller because it's just a longer comment, and then it we want to make sure to do justice to your wins and goals. So do us a favor, if you can separate them, that would be a big help to the scoreboard team. All right. Let's see. Also, Megan is saying that they stream on Wi-Fi. So do we.
Yeah.
So the whole time we've been streaming on Wi-Fi.
But I think the biggest issue, because everything works fine for me, I have no complaints, but I think you're further away.
She meant vlogs.
Boom, count it. There we go. See, because it made sense.
I totally put words in your mouth.
Yeah, because when you said it would help the audience get to know me better, I was like, well, a vlog would do that really well because it's so personal. But maybe you do mean blog. Okay.
I'm off today. I'm sorry, guys.
I feel
I know,
vindicated and validated.
the I told you so face happening right here. Look at him.
There's no I told you. I'm just like, okay, because it's two different answers. Should I make vlogs or should I make a blog? It's just...
Okay, so what's your answer knowing that it's vlog?
I mean, it's actually kind of the same answer, but for different reasons. If it's not going to interfere with your workflow at all, it could be really cool, especially because you're doing art. It is neat to know the person behind an art piece. You know, that's why like museums have artist biographies and stuff next to the pieces in the galleries, because you want to know more about the person that made it, not just what it is. And because you're doing art too, your vlogs could naturally have you have the chance to make something that's just structured in a really interesting way if you incorporate your work, if you wanted to, because there's an idea, there's an execution, there's a finished product. So you have like, you know, it's really engaging because you don't have to just sit there and talk about an idea that nobody can see or anything, but you can follow the why behind making a piece, and then when it's done, now we have this thing that we understand. So I think it could be actually really fun.
You know, so okay, here's where I would reference you for inspiration is Melanie Greisemer, I think is her last name. Am I saying your name wrong?
Melanie G.
Melanie G. Melanie, where are you? Melanie Greisemer, yeah. So she just recently came out with a
series.
Yeah, was it Creative Life series? And she basically like spotlights a creative person and their workflow and their like lifestyle, kind of the backstory of how they got into whatever their creative outlet is. So like quilting or podcast or something really like that. Good. I would say look at those for references and then try to make your own vlog style. So with Melanie's series, she's behind the camera, so you never see her in the camera because it's about it's about the person. Yeah, but if you could kind of do the first person version of that, I think it would be a good reference for you, because she really takes you like, this is an artist and their philosophy and their approach and their reasoning behind it, and really gives story to the things that they're creating. So I think it's a really good reference. Let's see. There must be a shortage of live streamers in the South. Everyone is West Coast, North, East Coast.
Who do we know that's in the South? Well, we got
Atlanta. Is that South? Or is that
East?
East?
Georgia's the South. I mean,
yeah.
I don't mean to speak for Aubrey, who's not here, but we'll say Georgia's the South. I feel like there was someone I just realized was in Missouri that I didn't know was in Missouri recently, but I don't remember who. But someone should be a live streamer in the South then.
We just need to meet more, because obviously they're there. I don't know, they're not like in our world. What's up, Robert G? Kathy, greetings from people in video. Great seeing some of the fam. That's awesome. Major FOMO happening. I wish I was there.
I'm scared of FOMO. I have FOMOphobia.
Apple, it's 2021. You need to stop autocorrecting vlog to blog.
Seriously. And how
I feel like I've added it to the dictionary.
Well, yeah, the number of times that I have fixed this error over the years has been in the hundreds. The number of times I've actually written out blog has been like 3.
I know.
So why it keeps defaulting, I don't know. Also, my last name is Buck, so I dealt with autocorrect for a while.
Yeah, but Buck is a word. Vlog is not.
But like contextually, it tries to. Plus, half the time I'm typing on an iPad and I mistype stuff because the iPad keyboard is like really hard to type on.
I create my podcast using my live video content. Mike is here. Launched my website. Finally, I've been sitting on it for a month and it never felt ready. Gotta go. Bye.
Congrats on that and have a good lecture.
Yes. Okay. My kids want to start their own YouTube channels, so naturally I want to build a studio, buy gear, etc. Should I wait to upgrade them until they show they're serious? And what markers should I look for? This is such a good question.
I know you have a number of kids.
Yes.
So
you're a teacher that worked with kids, so I feel this is a very interesting question for you.
I mean, one, the fact that you would encourage the thing they want to do is a win.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on the age of the kid. So what I know is, speaking for myself and like friends growing up, the ones that seem to always have the most successful time trying something new was when there wasn't a pressure. Because sometimes, a friend would say like, I want to learn how to play an instrument. And then their parents would teach them, but then you have to take lessons. You have to practice 3 hours a day. You have to do this. And after, 3 weeks, the kid is like, I don't want to do this anymore. Whereas I had other friends who would be like, I want to learn how to play the drums. And their parents were like, okay. And they'd set them up with it. And if 2 years went by and the kid was like, yeah, I'm not that into the drums anymore. The parents were like, that's cool. Like, you know, you're a kid, like your interests and your passions and things are going to change and develop. And you shouldn't be punished because they evolve over time. Like that's what should happen. And so leaving that door open is important. So that is to say, the urge to just pimp them out with like a full-on studio is probably quite strong, but it might be better to let them be part of that upgrade process. Like get them what they want, get them to the point they want to be to get started, and then let them, if one of them decides like they really want a second camera angle or they really want whatever, you know, a green screen or something.
That's what I was gonna say. So, like, I would want to, if they are watching YouTube and based on what they're watching, they think they need, like, you know, I need this microphone. Yeah, because obviously they're watching YouTube, so they have a vision of what they're trying to make. And I would want them to, like, obviously I have my own recommendations, but I think if we're trying to like foster the creativity, I think I would want them to, you tell me what you need and what you want, and then you have more ownership. Yeah.
My best friend growing up, his parents did something I thought was really cool because we were both into cameras and stuff and could not afford cameras, and they always had a rule where if there's something you want for that, you need to save up half of the price of it, and it didn't matter what it was. So if it was a video camera, if it was a drum set, if whatever, expensive, cheap, if he saved up half of the thing, then they would pitch in the other half, but he had to get to that halfway point. And it made a lot of things more accessible that wouldn't have been accessible otherwise.
I just dropped my engagement ring. Hold on. Sorry. It's right there.
Oh.
I got it.
Grabbing it with the foot. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
And that was a really cool thing that his parents were able to do. And it was just cool because, you know, when you're a kid and you're like, this thing is $300, it's like, well, it might as well be $1 million because I can't afford that. Yeah. I'm a kid. I have no money.
Art is here. What's up? Let's see. Christmas Clatter. Good to see you. Let's see. David, did we miss the huddle up? No, everyone did, including myself. I had to take the week off.
I couldn't find it. He was hunting for it.
Let's see. Is Texas the South?
I don't know. I was gonna say Texas, but I was like, I don't know if Texas wants me speaking for Texas, so Texas can speak for Texas.
South. Yeah, Texas can speak.
I didn't know if Texas is the South. I thought it was, but I thought it might also be like its own thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Ben, I'm wanting to continue focusing my main channel on helping creators make videos, but I plan to run a separate channel for music. What are the pros and cons of cross-promoting the two?
I mean, I think you're.
What are the pros and cons of?
So do you mean on like your video making channel, like sending them to a video on your music channel or something?
So speaking from someone who has two channels, I only do it when it's relevant. So, for example, I uploaded a new vlog over on my vlog channel, but I haven't mentioned it at all until now because I feel like it's relevant. But, you know, I think because your other channel is about helping creators create their content, it's like you could almost reference your own channel of how you're.
As an example.
Yeah, as an example, as a case study of the things that you're explaining.
Check out Jonathan Morrison too if you haven't already, because he's one of the OG tech YouTubers, super good stuff. But then like a year ago he started I think it's called Jonathan and Friends, and it's just a music channel, but he's using he started taking the Apple Mac OS like system sounds and mixing them into songs.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he started using when a new thing comes out, so like when an iPhone comes out, instead of doing an iPhone review, he'll do a music video that was filmed with the iPhone, and it's on his music channel with like an original song or something. It's kind of cool because it's two totally different things, but I think he balances out and goes between them really, really well.
Look at this. We've got, now the South is up in here. Kathy's from the South, representing the South in San Antonio. Christmas Clatter, Todd.
I was like, yeah, someone's in Missouri.
Yeah. What the fuck?
There we go. There's a lot of Texans.
Yeah. Caleb, hi everyone. Hope you're well. Hello, Caleb
Mr.
McCool.
It's such a good name.
Samantha's here. Hey everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day.
You too.
You too.
What an inspirational comment.
Let's see.
Oh no.
What
David.
is this?
My 24-hour live stream died because of a kernel panic. I was away on business. Oh, that's real frustrating.
What's MVP?
MacBook Pro.
Oh. Hey Dan.
What's
Good
up,
to
Dan?
see you.
Good to see you here.
Dominic, what's up? Texas is just Texas. Texas is firmly. Well, because it's like the South, but I don't know.
But Texas is the most like
as a Californian, I don't think of Texas when I think of the South.
Well,
It's
I
not
always
the
get
first one
mixed up with Southwest. And you got New Mexico, which is firmly in the Southwest, but it's like hanging out on top of Texas's like shelf over here. And so if you're not from the US, this is going to be really
We're
dumb
our
sounding.
own thing. I know. It's both the South and its own thing. We will gladly.
Okay, that's what I think.
There
Because
you go.
Texas is like really proud to be Texas. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they wanted to be like, oh, all you other states are also us. Because it's like, no, Texas.
Oh man. Okay, Rahul, should I buy a GoPro or do you have other recommendations for cameras for alternate angles for $500?
I can't remember. Are you using Ecamm? Because if you're using Ecamm and you happen to have old phones that you're not using anymore, you can use NDI.
Oh my gosh, let me try it because I downloaded it.
Oh yeah, so
Okay.
Heather will show you. So NDI, there's a free desktop thing. You go to ndi.tv. There's also an app you can download. Like the official one's like $20, but then it can go to all your devices. So if you have multiple phones or phone and a tablet or whatever, and basically that's it. So you have it open, and then
Oh wait, I have to go here.
and then it should.
Wait, let me show something cool.
Yeah, so Heather all she did on her phone right now was open the NDI app, which basically opened her camera, and now it shows up as a separate video source, so she has her camera as a wireless.
Can I flip the camera?
I think you can. Hello.
Hey, here's the other side of the camera.
Hello.
Wow, that was so easy.
Yeah, and it's wireless, so that's a cool thing to do because each thing will be its own separate video source. So it's not like running through the ATEM where you have 4 or 8 sources, but they're all one input. Each one is its own separate source. That's a cool thing because a lot of us have maybe you have your iPhone 6 or something or whatever. I don't even think it has to be an iPhone. Oh no, I don't know if it has to be an iPhone. It could be an Android phone maybe. But anyway, check that out because you could be able to use stuff you already have. And if not, GoPros are really fun. And I think we talked about a while ago, the 7 is the one I would recommend because it's got the best image quality, but it's also the easiest to run via power and HDMI out without any other additional stuff. So, uh-oh. Filmtopia checking in.
I love y'all 3000. That's so cute. Aww. What's up? We missed you.
You see how excited she got? I mean, I got excited too, but you see how excited she got? Look how excited Ben
so
got.
Excited.
We said Filmtopia. Is it Filmtopia, Ben? Who's that? Yeah.
Oh. All right. Jaina, do you have any mental... Benno? Hey, you need...
It's okay. Ricky's here. Don't worry.
Benny, come on.
Anyway, do you have any mental tips when we are working on our videos and don't get even 20 views on a good day? Put it in perspective. So I don't know how big your channel is off the top of my head. If you have 400,000 subscribers and you upload a video and it gets 20 views, I don't think there's anything I can say that's not going to make you feel bad. If you have 18 subscribers and you upload a video and it gets 20 views, that's like really good. So a lot of it is perspective. And if you're enjoying the process, I think the fundamental thing is to enjoy the video making process because then
that's where you get the fulfillment.
It's for you making it. And you're an artist, if you make stuff, the process of creating the thing is in a way its own reward. And then your videos will always be there. So even though if the channel's small or just starting out and it's not getting a ton of views right now, the videos are going to be there as a library, which can always be discovered later on. So it's not like they're not like going to waste or anything, even if they're not getting. But 20 views is depending on how big your channel is. If it's a small, newer-ish channel, I was very happy to get 20 views.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see. Rahul uses.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, NDI. is great with Ecamm, and from what I understand, there's new versions coming out that sort of have an NDI like built in.
Dude, that NDI thing was so cool. Did you see how fast I did that?
Yeah,
that was so cool. Okay, good to be back, friends.
Yay. And David said Android works for NDI too. So if you don't have an iPhone, I just got thrown up because Ecamm is Mac only, and I was like, wait, but I don't think they care about the phone.
There's a lot of dog people here in this community.
Half people, half dogs.
Sorry, I must go. I make it back for the end. No worries, Anita.
Unacceptable. I'm kidding.
Okay, what are your best tips for sourcing video topics?
That's a great question. What are yours?
What are your best tips for sourcing you guys? So literally on Tuesday, I had my season finale of From 1 to 100. And everyone there gave me topics for videos for this channel, which was awesome. So I'd say ask your community. The other thing I used to do, I don't do so much. Well, actually, I don't do it regularly, but when it pops up, I look. So what I will do is sometimes like Think Media or other YouTube coaches, they will post some kind of poll on Twitter or in their community tabs. And then it'll be like, what's the hardest thing about YouTube? And I'll just scroll through the comments and then kind of write that as a video topic idea and then put my own spin on kind of what the response is. So there's already existing communities for the people that you're making content for. So just going to the places where those questions are being surfaced anyway and then kind of pulling from there is also is something I do.
Yeah. And I like using just the comment section on videos because when you reply to comments and you notice the same thing popping up a couple of times, it's like, oh, people aren't getting the answer that they need for this.
Yeah. If it stops being fun, maybe it's time to quit, but make sure it wasn't a bad day and don't rage quit.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with just like pressing pause, going like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
But yeah.
This is what happens when you get your timing wrong and you're in your car listening.
Well, hopefully we've got a great sound system to hear our voices.
He's barking back
then.
Oh.
You hear that, Ben?
I think I need an Apple M1. My MacBook with Ecamm is killing my battery.
Probably. Because let me tell you, Ecamm works great, but the stress it put my Intel Mac under versus the Mac Mini is totally different. That's also everything.
Can we talk about how annoying? I don't know why I did this, but I have 3 live streams a week. From 1 to 100, which is at 1 p.m. The Couples Table, which is at 1 p.m. And for some reason, I decided that YouTube Huddle Up would be at 12 p.m.
Well, you know why? I remember this.
Oh, why? Because I don't remember.
Because you wanted to do your streams at 12 p.m. because you liked it, but you had for a while, you used to have a standing like appointment on different days at 12 or something. And it was like you wanted to do it at 12, but there was something in your calendar that made you do it at 1.
Oh.
And then when you did this, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this at 12 because I don't have anything on Fridays.
Oh. Well, so there was a reason.
But I don't think those things are around anymore in your calendar.
And I was like, why don't I just do 1 p.m. for all of them? Are you kidding? Because I can never remember. Like, even on Friday morning, I'm like, is it 12? Is it 1?
I can't remember either. What I remember is I'm usually eating lunch during your streams. And when it's this one, I get to eat lunch earlier. And I'm usually excited about that.
Oh, man.
But Jaina. I think the rumor is, if you haven't heard, is that Apple is supposed to announce new computers and stuff like this month, potentially like in the next week or so. So maybe sit tight and see if new stuff comes out. Usually I would say just if you need a computer, buy a computer. Don't wait because there's always a new one coming out. But like I think we're in like the 2-week period of a new announcement. So it's probably worth just seeing.
Okay, so I just put the link because Denise asked for the scoreboard. So there it is, just bit.ly/YouTube Huddle Up. Ecamm is probably going to kill your battery either way. It's pretty power hungry. If your MacBook Pro is a USB-C model, make sure to get high enough power charger.
There you go. Can't go wrong with that advice.
There you go. All right, cool. So we are going to hang out for at least another 20 minutes. So if you have any questions, let us know. I could start reading out your actually, let's do that. Let's just look through your
hearing noises outside.
Look through your goals. Did I do this right, guys? I have to like jump back in here.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. I wish there were a way to make this easier. But I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job up until this point. Are we getting cut off? Okay, here we are. So I need a sticker for today.
I was gonna. Oh, you did the sun. I was like, don't you have the sun or like a pop or something? Because it's kind of cloudy here. But this is our ray of sunshine. What are the other stickers? Oh, yeah, I know which one you should use. You should use the. I don't know how to bring it up. I don't know how to bring up your emojis. The explosion, like the boom.
The boom?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called. I think it's just called explosion.
The boom.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Yeah, the one next to the volcano. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it's like, bam, I did it.
Bam! That's a good one. All right, cool. So, getting an error when clicking the link. Really?
Ruh-roh.
What am I doing wrong? bit.ly/YouTube Huddle Up. Or you could use... Really?
Now we're troubleshooting. Trouble huddle.
Did I type it in wrong? Weird. I don't know.
bit.ly/YouTube Huddle Up should work.
Yeah.
You might just want to type it out instead of clicking the link.
Okay, so I might have to boom. I might do the
Here
stickers
comes the
after
boom.
this. Yeah. Okay, let's like scroll through goals for this week because I'm curious. Okay, Anita, keep taking care of my mental and physical health so I can come back strong. Also finish and publish a website update.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gotta protect the asset. Take care of yourself above all.
Yes, that's what I had to do last week and this week. Just kind of... Well, if you didn't see the vlog, Tom is convinced that I'm burnt out. So I had to take a break. But it's okay. We're going to come back strong. Whoop. I'm excited, though, because let me tell you. One of the ways that I think, because I've done this 5 years, burnout, we've been friends for a while. I'm excited because one of the ways, especially as a creative person, to kind of get out of a burnout is to do something like creative that is different from what you've been doing. What do you do? Twinkle toes down there.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the chair.
Footsies with me.
I thought that was like, oh, the chair feels so weird. Like this is a square chair, but this part is round.
That's my toe.
I was really trying to figure it out. It wasn't a dog. It was you. Sorry.
So I want to make a different type of video. Actually, I'll just tell you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out with a new series. I'm not making any promises of how often or anything like that. And this is still very much a vision thing. But one of the series ideas I've had for this channel for years, I've had this idea for so long, but for some reason at first I told Tom, I was like, he should do it. But I think it'd be funnier if I did it because he's more video savvy in terms of the tech and the gear. And I think it's going to be interesting for me to figure out that part. But I want to kind of try to make videos in the styles of my favorite YouTube channels, or not even my favorite, but like popular YouTube channels, so that we can, as a content creator community, kind of identify different techniques and different methods that these big YouTube channels use to share their stories and make their YouTube videos and stuff like that. And the first person I'm going to start with is this guy. So the format is basically going to be me watching a bunch of Tom videos and trying to pick out what makes
like
a Tom Buck video. Yeah.
I'm very curious to see what you
like
decide.
What makes a Tom Buck video, everything from visually, what are you seeing, to the writing of it, to the editing of it, to even the gear. And then me trying my hand at making that video. And then so if you're watching it and you like the way that Tom's videos are done, hopefully that can help you inspire, like, okay, here's someone who is nowhere near as gear savvy. I don't have as much video experience as Tom.
You know what I think is cool too about that is because sometimes people will break down their own videos or do a tour or whatever. And I absolutely love those videos and I made them myself, but it's sort of different when the person is like, yeah, this is the camera I use, it's the lighting that I use, this is what I do, because they kind of know it so well. Whereas I think somebody else showing up and going like, okay, like how is the background blurry like that, or how is the lighting look this way, and really trying to like experiment to figure it out will be like way more educational than just having someone list their gear, basically.
Right.
And that's cool.
Yeah, because even like, you know, I think we learn from. It's not like I'm trying to get people to copy other people, but it's like if someone's teaching you a recipe, like how to make sourdough, you kind of have to, you know, you can't actually talk to the content creators. So having someone else watch the videos and try to put it together themselves is like helpful, right? So that's what.
Yeah, that's what we did. Actually, we just did that because there's a video I'm obsessed with right now. It's 150-hour chocolate cake. It's a recipe.
Tom wants to make this so bad.
A chocolate cake takes 150 hours, and there's a really good video about it, and it's a very beautiful video, but it's like 70% recipe. Like it sort of says some of the stuff that you need to do, but it's much more about like the experience of watching the person like make the thing. And so it's like, okay, I want to piece that together. But then there are people who are like, I tried making the 150-hour cake, and their videos are far less pretty, but it's much more like, okay, I needed this, and then there was a problem here, and then it turns out I didn't have this ingredient, so I had to use this ingredient. And it's almost like that. And that's a video you could watch and actually then make the thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
I think this will be really fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Robert is here. What's up? The best thing for burnout is get away for a little trip.
Yeah, just disconnect.
Megan says, what do you suggest breaking out in two channels? I realize people are subbing on the tutorial video, so I don't know if having both the vlogs and info videos is beneficial on one channel.
The eternal YouTube struggle. This is why people should be able to subscribe to playlists or, you know, whatever. There is no direct answer, is what I'll say. We can find examples of people doing it either way. The most general, clear-cut advice would be one channel per audience.
Yeah.
So you could say that tutorial and vlog people are separate audiences, but if the tutorials and the vlogs are centering around a similar topic, like, are they different audiences, or is it just part of this audience likes this and part of this audience likes that?
See, for me, I feel like even though there is overlap, there's a lot of people who don't go over the other way. Like, there's a lot of people who watch the couples table that aren't on here.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of overlap, so I don't know.
I
will say it's hard to build more than one channel.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
I would never. I've thought about doing the thing that everyone does. Where like, here's a second channel. It's just whatever, and I can post all the. You know, there's no pressure there. I'm not trying to do it, but it's like the idea of just even making a banner or something. I'm like,
oh, for another channel.
Yeah. Oh, I would rather just put the hours into one channel.
Robert, yes, that is Ben from Podium.
The.
And
Ben's
he has his
famous.
own channel, so check out Ben Tolson's channel where he's making content to help you become a better content creator. I hope you're titling these videos "What the Buck." So it's a series where Tom is going to be the first one, but like I really want to make an abroad in Japan video. He's, you know, a 2 million plus subscriber channel on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTube channels for like years at this point. He's he went to Japan from the UK to teach English and then now lives there, just makes a bunch of videos about life in Japan and living there.
But the videos are like travel documentaries, not like travel vlogs. They're much more like...
Yeah, it's like vlogumentaries, which I'm very interested in. And so like I literally want to study his format and try to glean what I can to level up my own workflow. So I was like, I might as well just share this process.
Well, that's a cool thing too, because when you said you didn't want to just get people to copy other people, but when you try to do something like someone else, you pick up skills. Yeah. You learn from that process, and then
it's like shadowing someone for a day.
Yeah, and once you do that for a number of people, now you've cherry picked like this unique skill set that becomes that now is its own thing.
Yeah. So Tom's gonna be the first one, but I have a whole list of people. Like, I told Tom that he should do this for MKBHD, but I don't watch enough of his content.
So I need to go buy an 8K camera.
Yeah, but I think it'd be funny, though, to just see you, like, try to make the slickest, most highest quality. Anyway. Hey, Zen, good to see you. Tom, don't you have a second channel?
I don't. I mean, the second channel I have is, like, where I upload, like, Patreon videos, but they're just all unlisted. And there was one I uploaded, like, a vlog like 3 years ago to a second channel,
I think it's listed as a featured channel on my
I was like, I don't even know where I don't even know where that channel is, so I can't tell you. So don't go there because it's not going to be updated or anything. Oh, it's not there.
No, it's on this one, I think. Oh, maybe I took it off.
Yeah, there's literally nothing there. And then the other one is Patreon, which is funny because every time I post a video to Patreon, people follow it back to the unlisted YouTube channel and subscribe. But even the description on the YouTube channel is like, hi, I don't know why you're here. Like, there's nothing public here. You're not going to see anything here. Like, there's no public videos. It's all empty. But, you know, there's like 50 unlisted videos that are like for Patreon.
Film Toby says, can't tell y'all how many famous movie scenes are just references to lesser known scenes from other previous older movies. I think reverse engineering is an important skill building.
Reverse engineering. That's the term you're...
Yeah, and I'm very interested in trying to make something without hearing how someone does it, right? Because it's one thing if that person, like if Tom were to tell me, Tom's different because obviously we pretty much shadow each other every day,
right?
But like if I went to MKBHD and asked him like, how do you make your videos? It'd be one thing if he told me, but if I'm just watching the end product and then trying to figure out how he made those, I don't know. I'm very curious.
Well, as a former teacher, I can tell you that I think it would actually be better because, so for example, if you watch,
because also like I'm trying to make it with what I have,
mm-hmm.
my skill set, my gear, my budget, like
mm-hmm.
It'll be, I don't know. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead. Sorry,
if you have a question like, how do you make the background blurry? The person could tell you, oh, use a prime lens with a 1.4 aperture.
I don't know what that means.
Right, but if you're setting up your camera and the shot's the same, but it's not looking like your background's clear and their background's blurry, then that's where you would Google like how to make blurry background, and then you would figure out like you need this setting or you need this kind of thing here. And the fact that it wasn't someone just randomly telling you something, but you sought out the information to solve a specific problem means that it's now going to be in your brain in a very different way than it would be if they just told you like, that's what I do, because why would you remember that? But now it has a meaning and a relevance that's going to stick with you. And I've seen that happen many, many times.
Sasha, if you feel burnt out, take care of yourself and take yourself out for a few days from normal environment and get rest by yourself. Yeah, so that's what's happening. I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was like, is that what's happening?
I took a whole week off.
I guess it's true, but yeah. And maybe you need a little more like downtime, you know?
He thinks I need a little more.
I think you need a little more guilt-free downtime. Because you did not like go like, okay, I'm taking time. It was like, oh my God, I feel so terrible. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So maybe...
Is that what I was?
Yes, it was. So, I think that's a different kind of stress, is feeling guilty. And I even told her, I was like, there's nobody here who would make you feel guilty for, taking some time if you needed it. But she also was like, I can't let people down. Like they're there, they're counting on me, they're excited, and I thought that was also really cool.
Yeah, it's hard when like anyway, I don't want to like vent to you guys. Anyway, Robert says, do you think that providing live office hours could be a valuable added feature to my community? If yes, how long should? If yes, where to go? How long should it be? Thank you. Yes, I think live office hours are, okay, a couple things. If it's direct access to you, that is a huge value add. So I think usually when you are providing access, it's something that, people should be paying a premium price for, because like, to get an hour to do consulting with me, it's $200 an hour, or you tune into the YouTube Huddle Up and just get info for free. So, it, as long as like, I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't even know what I just said.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, just office hours are going to be a certain level of depth versus like a paid, one-on-one thing.
But then also like in the world of content creation and brand building, I think like being able to, provide value regularly really, really helps the community grow. So.
It can be great if it's not a huge stress on like your workload and stuff. It could be really great.
Yeah. So I would say start at 30 minutes. Or, if it's an office hour, then an hour. Yeah. Something that's worked for me is remembering that imitation leads to innovation.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a great concept. It's exactly what musicians do to improve their skills. There's a wonderful podcast, What Makes This Song Great, you could reference.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, see, yeah, something like that. It's like, what makes this YouTube channel great? And I like it because it's all, I'm planning to do channels that I like.
Channels you absolutely hate.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was thinking about, I should do it just a completely random channel too that, like a Mr. Beast.
Well, it should be something that you want to...
I actually want to pick.
Yeah, something that has something where like, I like
yeah.
this. Why do I like it? How could I do that?
Sorry, I forgot to mention that I already have a course with students.
Yeah, since you already have people there and they're already in it, I think that makes more sense for office hours.
Ah!
There it is. There we go. There's like a vlog there.
There's a vlog
which I had fun making and I like a lot. You go check it out.
Denise, I was all excited to post my win last week, but then you didn't have the huddle up. My win I posted earlier was done by last week.
Win!
Yeah, sorry, Denise. I had to take a week. But we're excited that you're here, and we'll get back. We'll get back on it. Take as much time as you need. Thank you, Zen. I appreciate you. Heather, we support you taking as much time as you need. Go on a vacation.
See, guilt-free rest. Yes.
Yeah. It's hard because it's like you can't plan for burnout. So like it's one thing if it's like, yeah, I have a vacation in 2 weeks, so I know I have to like schedule accordingly, but my burnout kind of just hit me out of nowhere, and it was like in the middle of all these things happening. So yeah, I can totally relate. I'm teaching myself to take the breaks I need. It is tough, especially when you have a loyal audience looking forward to your appearance content. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Let me tell you about the guilt last week. I was like, oh, there are people who are going to be there, and I'm like, sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Let's see. This week I've just started using Camtasia, so I'm in a learning curve. Still love playing with Canva. Cool. Camtasia is great.
Canvatasia.
So, thank you for your insights. Go to forest for 2 hours without the phone. Walk slowly, listen to nature. That's the quick reset. Here's the thing, Sasha.
We live in the desert.
We have no forest
but you know what?
in immediate access.
You know what, though? Because here's something I do that helps, which is the same idea, is like, we live in the desert. We have a yard, and there's times where I just feel sort of funky and weird, and that's when I'll go out and start, like, cutting down parts of dead plants or whatever, just the yard work, or like wash the car or something that has nothing to do with anything, and just there is something good about just being outside in any capacity. And I like stuff where you're like, I like the plant stuff where you're like planting plants and moving that and your hands get dirty and everything. Alexa is now giving you therapy out there. But also the sourdough bread is really good therapy for me because
I know you love it.
Yeah, I got into sourdough
so Tom,
bread baking.
like makes sourdough now. It's a whole 24-hour process.
But it's really good because you're like, okay, now I'm just gonna go like smash some dough on the counter for a while.
Yeah,
it's great.
When I live stream, I tend to run out of content, feel worn out around the 30-minute mark. Is there an optimal live stream length, or how do you increase your streaming stamina or your streamina? Okay, so here's the thing. Filmtopia is here and has streamed for like 3 to 4 hours at a time, which I can never do. And I'll tell you, after the YouTube Huddle Up, and especially like after from 1 to 100, nap time for me. Because it's like I'm on, and it's so, I don't know, it's like your adrenaline's like, the equivalent of when you're just like super pumped for an hour, and then you turn everything off, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard. What I would say, if 30 minutes is your jam, then just do 30 minutes. There's no need to do an hour.
And sometimes it changes too, because you could feel like today you're exhausted after 30 minutes, but next week you go for 2 hours and it feels like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes it changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, super sticker.
Guilt. But you got a guilt-free vacay fun.
Stretching his arm forward to offer a cup of coffee. Thank you. That's from Christmas Clatter. Christmas Clatter, starting a guilt-free vacay fund. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it. You guys are sweet. Let's see. Appreciate your honesty. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Appreciate your honesty and vulnerability in this. It helps any of us who are struggling feel less alone. So here's the thing. He was even saying like, oh, do a whole stream and talk about your burnout. And it's hard as a YouTube coach. on the show that is all about like, let's huddle up and like, cheer each other on, to feel like you're the Debbie Downer and being like, okay, guys, this thing that we're all working on, I'm kind of burnt out.
But I think
so I didn't want to say anything, and that's why last week I just went dark. I would rather not.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. And you don't want every episode to be like that.
Yeah.
But I also think if your whole thing, like if you're actually being a coach, if this were a sports team and you were coaching them, you would acknowledge the fact that sometimes players get injured and sometimes players need rest days and sometimes this, versus like you should just be performing at the highest level all the time. Yeah. And then if you're making it look like that's what you're doing and other people are struggling, going like, I can't do that, but you're not actually even doing that, then that can be bad. So it's helpful for people to have a realistic, like, oh, okay, look, Heather is human.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The link above is a video I remade and taught me a lot of what went into making the original video. Reverse engineering is so helpful.
Awesome. And I saw you tagged us on Twitter too. So it might have gotten, I don't know if the chat posted it, but
okay.
It's on the twits.
Should I change my icon to my picture instead of a logo? My answer to that is yes.
I like people in photos too. Yeah. But sometimes icons work great. Like we see Christmas clatter up in here and know right away who it is. So,
Yeah, so it depends. I mean, I think this is one of those, there's no right or wrong. It's kind of just up to you. But look at Coach Deb. Look at that. Bam.
I know, that stands out.
Look at that. Boom. It's great.
Also, she loves her studio.
Thank you. Go to the beach and stare at the water. So the beach is like 2.5 hours away. But I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah. Get out.
Just go out. Let's see. Let's see. Dr. Sev, I stream until I am done and there are no more questions. Some of my streams are as short as 20 minutes. I try not to go over 1 hour. No one wants to learn about personal finance for more than an hour.
I love that.
Yeah. My streamina is all based on how active my chat is and or how interesting to me the movie topic is that day. Yeah. Debbie is never a downer. Just saying. This is true. This is true. Heather, burnout is relatable because everyone goes through it. Appreciate the honesty.
Jeff's here.
Hey, Jeff. Good to see you.
I saw all your photos from Vid Summit. It's fun to see everybody.
Heck, every single coach, person, business owner needs time off. You two are too cute. Just love you two. Angela, going dark was emergency self-care. Coaches and content creators must be intentional about staying holistically healthy. Burnout is real. Yes, this is very true.
Because you want to be in it for the long haul, which obviously you are already half a decade into it. But.
Yeah, but okay, so I made a vlog and I was like, I'm not burnt out. And I really still think, I mean, now maybe I'm kind of admitting it, and maybe I was in denial before, but this started last week where I was starting to see signs of, I feel like my brand is growing, but it's growing in a way that I wasn't sure that I wanted it to be. And that's really hard because then I was like, well, how do I like wind it back and then try to grow this other thing? And then I was like, maybe I'm overthinking everything. And then I was like, oh, I got to go back to the basics. And it's just, it's a lot to try to sort in my head. So instead I was like, I'm not gonna sort any of it, and just sat on the couch and played video games for 100 hours.
And you had a great time.
Yeah. But now I feel like I'm snapping out of it, but I think the remedy for what I need is to do something different, to just create more, right? But to not make the content that I feel like I need to make, but to make the content that I would be excited to make. And it's trying to make that, like, if I could, I think the goal is to make it so those two things are the same. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I'm not excited about the YouTube Huddle Up, but
sometimes you need a different creative challenge. It doesn't even mean you have to change everything forever. It's just like,
it's just different when I'm sitting here and I'm like brainstorming, like, okay, like what tutorials do I have to make? And I look over at Tom. This guy's never missed a week. He's never missed a week, guys. He has never missed a week. Let me tell you about Mr. Perfect. That's self-discipline. Doesn't matter what is happening. Mm-hmm. Has never missed a week. And I'm over here just a mess.
That's me. Yeah. But I also make 1 video a week.
I know.
I guess there's podcasts too, but like, yeah. You do multiple live streams a week. Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this new series that I'm going to kick off because I feel like I'm not even going to call it a series in case it doesn't
just make
become
a
series.
video.
Yeah, I just need to make a video.
Make a video. And if it's fun.
No need to make a whole strategy out of it. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay. Oh, man. Going through burnout for the first time was so interesting. We should talk about this. Yeah. Hello, Uncle. Hey. I definitely get burnt out 3 times in 2021 alone. It's tough, but you need to train yourself to not feel guilty about it. You have to accept it and take the time you need.
Yeah.
I am lullaby.
Cool.
Dude, Heather, those same thoughts were what were going through my head. Yeah. And that's the thing with burnout is like, I've been doing this 5 years, so I've been burnt out many times, and the way that it manifests for me is that I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to like be an ostrich, stick my head in the ground until it's over. I don't know. I just try to listen to whatever it is that she's telling me, and I don't know. Let's see. Self-care is always important. I've always heard you can't save someone sinking if you're sinking as well.
Put your mask on before helping others.
Yeah, we've all been through so much the last year and a half. I'd be suspicious of anyone who didn't have burnout. This is
very good point.
A shift is happening in you, Heather. Embrace it. Yeah, see, this is how...
Shift happens.
This is how I see burnout. Is like, it's always right before the next eureka moment. It's always like that. Because the last time I had the burnout was then I crunched out the Making a Living on YouTube video, which was like the video I'm most proud of making in 2021. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the next one. Sometimes I'm not sure where one burnout ends and the next begins. My job literally requires I take my weeks off 4 weeks a year. It's a firm requirement to take time for myself. Yeah. I like that. Shoots. I take a 10-year burnout break from YouTube, traveled around the world, and I'm finally back. So 1 week of games, no biggie. Wow, that's crazy.
There we go.
I love that. I love to hike and climb in the Swiss Alps. It gets me back to the ground and think about new ways here. I would love to go.
You know what's going to clear the mind?
So, Sasha, I don't know if you know this, but we had a hotel in the Swiss Alps. You want to tell them about our hotel?
We stayed at a hotel. We didn't, have a hotel.
Yeah, we stayed.
Yeah, it was at the base of the Matterhorn. It was amazing, and I cried when we left.
But it was crazy because when you open our windows, it was just the Swiss Alps. It was amazing. It was so cool.
Yeah. My phone
There's
wallpaper, you can't really see it, but it's like this was taken from our hotel balcony.
Window, yeah.
In like a little rainstorm with the mist and everything. It's cool.
Let's see. Day job, burnout, content creation, still excited. Yay!
I mean, if you have to have a burnout, I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Holy Shazam, me too. It felt like it happened right before a breakout moment. Yeah. Because this is what I think about burnout is like, it's like there's signals and I'm trying to put together what it means while also operating everything that's going on. And that's when it's like, I really wish I had the time to try to figure out these other things, but I have to keep these other things operating. And then I malfunction, basically. I just recently acknowledged I was burning out and turned it into my win video post last week. I love that. That's great. Where the Hill's alive.
With the sound of music.
All right, guys. So I think I was going to say it's time to clear the table. What do you have going on?
I'm tired. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm tired.
I didn't realize you were.
I'm exhausted. I got my video is. I just need to make a video before next Thursday.
Okay.
But I got videos in my video savings account, so it's fine. I'm typically recording a podcast today, but I'm not recording one today. I might record them this weekend. If I can't, then there just won't be an episode this week, which I'd be bummed about, but like...
No pressure.
Yeah, because I also got a really cool video submission that I want to include in it, so I need to make sure that it's a good video version of the podcast, and I don't have the energy to do that today, so...
What's something that you are super excited about from the past week?
I mean, we spent a lot of time with family and doing the stuff like that, which is really cool. It's hardly ever get to do that.
Yeah.
So that was way cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay.
I ate a lot of food.
I may turn this into a podcast episode talking about embracing burnout. Take care, everyone. I'm headed out. So are we. All right, guys. So I'm going to do the stickers at some point before the next Huddle Up, but tune in. We've got all your goals. If you are watching the replay, make sure to comment with your goals for the following week in the comment section underneath this video. Tell us what you're going to be working on, and then check back in next Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let us know you smashed those goals, and you'll get a sticker.
Smash like.
Smash like. All right, cool. See you guys later. Thanks for the pep talk. I appreciate it.
Yes,
and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.